Satsang-89. The superiority of the path of devotion. 24th October, 1935. Morning Satsang. There are two states of mind in this world. One is desirelessness, and the other is attachment to the objects of the senses. Attachment implies giving more value, having more liking for sense objects than for the spiritual life. The one who places greater value on the spiritual life has no liking for sense objects. The desire is not there. One must choose whether to indulge in sensual pleasures or to follow the spiritual path. One who is keen upon spirituality makes any effort that is necessary to achieve his goal and becomes united with it. One's life can go in one of two directions, that of desirelessness or that of attachment to sense objects. When you know the sense objects to be unreal, then naturally desirelessness increases. When desire increases, the pride of the physical body and sense objects becomes more important. In this way, one becomes more deluded. Sometimes one will even create hurdles in the path of self-realization by putting forward the argument, can anyone be free in one lifetime? So saying, he then shares this with others also. His desirelessness is gone, and he falls. He turns away from the ascending path towards the downward path. However, the one who is fully averse to sense enjoyments is already fully surrendered to the Guru. He remains faithful. He is a gem of a man, worthy of receiving spiritual knowledge. The desireless man becomes completely one with his goal. Many disqualifications of the disciple were described in yesterday's talk. One who is free of them is a worthy disciple. The mind has a tendency to be attracted to things that it likes and that are similar to it. This is why a man launches friendship with people of similar nature. The actor likes actors, the rogue likes another rogue, and the saint likes another saint. Those who are knowledgeable and spiritually enlightened are the only real knowers of Brahman, who have love for all. One who has surrendered himself to the Guru looks with equality at all beings, knowing that they are essentially Brahman. For such a one, devotion and the state of having no desire for sense objects are joined. Devotion means love. Desirelessness means he does not want anything. In short, one who is pure-minded finds everything simple and straight, and the one who is crooked finds everything crooked. The Guru loves the disciple, but as long as the disciple is not wholeheartedly faithful, he will not realize Brahman. Only one who is of a loving nature and devotional attains true knowledge. One who gives more value to money and life and family life than doing service to the Guru does not find freedom quickly. One who thinks that his home and wife are transient is practically as good as liberated. And the Guru, Lord Krishna, is the fruit one gets. He is truly great who feels it an honor to be called the servant of the Guru and does all sorts of odd jobs. One who does not give as much regard to the world and rituals as he gives to his Guru is the truly great disciple. The disciple is also really the saint. The knowledge of Brahman is gained only by such a devotee who ardently aspires to it, leaving all worry of what people will think of him, and never fearing public opinion. Those who discard the Vedas, who do not follow the edicts of devotion given in the Vedas, are not worthy disciples. Yet those who aspire to be free of birth and death and surrender at the feet of the Guru attain the knowledge of Brahman. The strong desire for knowledge of Brahman is in itself another name for desirelessness. Those with this strong desire attain the quality of desirelessness. One may belong to any caste, even a low caste, but if he is faithful in following the teaching given by the Guru as the only way and practices sincerely, he should be given spiritual instruction. Those having an eye for earning money and who teach only the upper class people must not be considered as gurus. They do not have such a status at all, and the teaching given by them is fruitless. If the teacher is lacking, what will be the plight of the one who receives his teaching? The teaching should not be given to an unworthy person. However, gurus who teach sincere, lowly station people only with the desire to emancipate them are truly gurus. It is said that women should not be given spiritual teaching because normally their interest is not toward ascetic life. But the great saints gave such high teaching to women. These instructions may be given to all earnest devotees who have no desires for mundane sense objects, whose faith is increased as well as earnestness, and who have great interest in gaining spiritual knowledge, and who are keen on devotion to God. The desire for this knowledge must be important. One may belong to any caste or may be man or woman. This teaching must be given where real thirst for spiritual knowledge is found. Only where there is no objective thing is everything faultless. As there is no matter, there is no shape. And as there is no shape or form, there are no good or bad qualities. And because there are no qualities, there is no scope for any fault. The reality has no fault or even a blemish. It has no relationship with the doubt as to what should be done or what should not be done. As long as the disciple's doubts about the properness or rightness of sharing the teachings are not gone, he should not give advice. The question as to whether the realized sage should teach others or not is a foolish question. Unless one is completely blind about the self and reality, one would not ask this question. The problems of sinners and the ignorant are never solved and will never be solved. Those who are unworthy do not put into practice the knowledge imparted to them. When there is understanding, the purpose of this knowledge is over, and the knowledge itself disappears. When the worldly life is totally dropped, why bother about whether something is proper or not? For the liberated one, there is no duty as such remaining to be done. There is no question of blame or not blame. Uddhava asked Krishna, when there are various paths to achieve the four aims, Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha, why do you advise only one path? Upon hearing this, Lord Krishna said, the path of flight for a bird depends upon where he flies. And in a similar way, knowledge is the only way to snap the chain of births and deaths. There are four traditional methods of approach to conquer the individual. They are to appeal to reason, make some kind of sacrifice, physical punishment, and the cessation of all relationships. For those who are not on the devotional path, there are various paths of yoga and rituals. These are activities that are done with the desire to attain worldly position and power and better conditions, higher entitlement, desire to rise higher step by step and to surpass others. These activities are full of ego and greed and are associated with the pride of having achieved certain goals and the desire to achieve further goals. All of this is rooted in the false ego sense. By merely achieving all of these goals, real peace is never gained and will never be fully attained, as the ego does not drop its fervor, its restless nature. Being prideful, one tries hard to attain many illusory achievements which are not actually real. This is the very nature of the root of illusion. One who recognizes this is the earnest devotee who has no need for these imagined achievements. A man of wisdom has no need for the previously mentioned four aims. In other paths of seeking, many faults are rampant and the result is spoiled. Only through devotion to Atman are all four of life's aims automatically realized.